Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about trekking poles. In this video I'm going to show you how I use the trekking poles and why I use them. Of course different people set them up in different ways, but this is how I do. I actually use them all the time when I'm out hiking. Normally when I hike I have a backpack on my back that weighs around 15 to 22 kilograms. So that gives me a lot of extra stability to have 2 extra points on the ground. And I also know people use them for have them with you to set up a tarp, for example, when you're on a break, or even throughout the night to set camp. And also if it's wet, it's a bit slippery, so also extra stability. So the main thing I use them for is stability when I walk with my backpack, to be able to save my feet if I fall, for example, or even better, stop me from falling before I do it. The trekking poles I use is from Black Diamond, and they are called the Distance Carbon. The reason I choose these is because they are very lightweight. They weigh in around 340 grams per pair. And the second reason is actually that they're very foldable, so they are very easy to bring. And I will actually show you how to unfold them and set them up so they can fit you when you walk. As you notice, they are divided into 3 sections. To unfold this, you actually just drop it, take the upper section and drag. Now it's unfolded. The next thing you want to do, actually the major thing you want to do, is to set the correct height or length of the trekking pole. To do that, on these ones you have this thing that you unfold or release. You have some measurements here, so you can slide and set the correct height. Now, what is the correct height? The rule of thumb is that you should have about 90 degrees angle here. When you're walking on flat surface, you should have a little bit shorter, which means that have your arm a little bit lower down when you're walking upwards, and a little bit longer, so maybe like this, when you're walking down. The reason is that you want to have the trekking poles actually prevent you from falling down, so you will set them to the ground a little bit longer in front of you than you normally do when you're walking on flat surface. Now, when I walk or when I hike, I actually walk a lot up and down on the same trail, so I don't change the length on the trekking pole. My personal preference is to have the trekking pole a little bit lower than 90 degrees here. For me, that's what I've tried, and for me that actually fills the function when I'm walking both up, down and on a flat surface. The second thing you would like to set up with your trekking pole is the width of this band here. There is at least 2 ways to get your hand into the trekking pole. I always use one of them, which is that I will show you and I will tell you why. When you insert the hand or take your hand to the trekking pole, you can either do it like this from above and then grab the pole. This is not what I do, and I will tell you why. I take it from under and then I grab the trekking pole. The reason is, if I walk forward like this and I would trip and I would fall, then I can just drop the trekking pole like this, stays around my hand, and I can actually embrace myself or take cover, or whatever you want to call it, with my hand to the ground when I'm falling. The difference is, if you take it from above like this and you drop it, it's still in your hand, which means that it's not that easy to grab on something when you fall. So that's one tip. Always take it from under and then grab the trekking pole like this. It's a little bit safer from my point of view. So to summarize, before you buy trekking poles, there is 3 things you can consider. The first one, and the obvious one, is the length of the trekking pole. There are different lengths to buy. Most trekking poles can be adjusted, but only by so much, so make sure you buy the one in the correct length for you. The second thing is, what are you going to use it for? For me, I use it for trekking, so I want to have it lightweight, which generally means that lightweight material is a bit more expensive. So if you don't need it to be lightweight, maybe you can get a little bit cheaper trekking pole. And the third thing is the foldability, as I say. It should be easy to pack with you. For me, that's also a point, so that's why one of the reasons I bought these ones. If you don't need to pack them with you in a backpack or so, maybe this function isn't wanted, so maybe you can buy a little bit cheaper trekking pole for that as well. So be sure to check that before you buy one, and good luck with your new trekking poles. And if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up and press subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.